And then after thing, what the hell is after thing? Hey babes, welcome back to my channel. So today is 420, so of course I decided to do a 420 nail inspired look with some herbs in it, and you guys know I love pink, so I had to go ahead and just throw a little pink in there and make it custom to my liking. I want to say thank you guys so much for taking this nail journey with me and just watching me as I learn and supporting me throughout the process. I thank you guys so much. So let's just skip the chit chat and get right into it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just push back all of my cuticles and getting all that dead skin out of my nails, cleaning under my nails and all that. I know some people like to use other tools, but personally I just like this one. I feel like it really gets the cuticles off of my nail. Then I'm going to take my e-file and I'm just going to file away the shiny layer of my nail and making sure that I actually got all of that cuticle removed from my nail. Then I'm going to just dust away all of that powder and I'm going to grab these nails that I recently ordered. Now, I just wanted to try like a straight nail look, but these nails are really big for some weird reason. Like, they don't fit my nail properly. I don't know whose fingers are this big, but that's the way they sent them. I'm going to show you guys right now. Like, you see how it overlaps on my nail? So what I'm going to do is just dry out the tip of my nails with my nail dehydrator. And then for the nails that it doesn't fit properly on, I'm just going to file it down so that it fits my nail. So here, as you can see, I went ahead and measured out all the nails so that they can fit my nails, and now I'm just gonna take my e-file and kind of sharpen the nail a little bit, but because they were bigger than my nail, it's not as pointy as I like it to be. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just file that roundness down to a perfect point. Now I'm going to take my nail dehydrator and I'm going to just dry out the rest of my nails. Now it's time to lay down my base layer of acrylic. I like to go ahead and use clear acrylic on top and on the bottom when I'm doing ombre. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull my monomer into my little dapping dish that I've created. It's actually a container from like my Tatcha face cream, which is a good face cream, by the way. So I'm just going to go ahead and use that as my dapping dish, and I'm going to take my clear acrylic and just lay down a really thin layer, just so when I apply the white and pink acrylic, it'll have something to lay on top of and give it shape. So you guys, I was trying to find my perfect angle to angle the camera so you guys can see my nails. It's so weird. Like, nail videos are the easiest to edit for me, but they are the hardest to film. Like, I'm still trying to find that perfect angle that is comfortable for you guys to see and for me to do my nails on. So I've found a different way. I'm going to be using my travel tripod so that the camera can be right up on my nail. So here I just began to pick up my clear acrylic, and my beads weren't forming like how I wanted them to. That's how I know it's time for new brushes. Like, the hair on the brushes weren't picking up the perfect bead for me, but I could still make it work. It doesn't matter. Now it's time for the main ingredient. I'm not sure how YouTube work with these things, so I'm just gonna say my herbs. I'm gonna go ahead and lay my herbs out, and then I'm just gonna take a little slight bit of acrylic so that the herbs can go ahead and stick on to the nail. So I wanted the herbs to be a little bit more chunky on the nail, so I went ahead and grabbed some nail glue, and then I took this old acrylic brush and I just tapped the herbs onto the glue just so they can stick on and it could be chunkier and cover the nail more. So I went ahead and finished my clear acrylic off camera, and now it's time for the ombre process. But before I get started, I just want to make a custom pink acrylic because the pink acrylic that I have is very light. It's too light for my liking. I want something with a little bit more pink pigment in it. So I went ahead and took my really pigmented colored acrylics, and what I did was I just poured a little bit into the soft pink acrylic just to mix it up and kind of give it that, you know, pigmented light pink color that I was looking for. So now that I have my little mixture made up, I'm going to go ahead and take my white acrylic and I'm going to lay that down first on the top of the nail. And here's where things started to get a little rough for me. Like I said, this is a nail journey, so I'm going to show y'all my flaws, my mistakes, and all of that, and y'all can take that information and do what y'all want with it. But I don't care. I'm still going to show y'all my whole entire journey. So here, I don't know what happened. Like, the acrylic just started to get really chunky, and I was kind of back and forth between the white and the pink acrylic. For some reason, I really thought it had something to do with my dapping dish, because like I said, that was a face cream container, and the monomer started to turn white. So I was thinking that, okay, it can either be the white acrylic because it was kind of chunky, or it could be that I didn't wash out the dapping dish good enough, and there was like a slight film of the face cream still in the dapping dish, and now it was mixing with the monomer. But either way, I made it work. Y'all see my end result. So now it's time to do that design that I had on my pinky. I'm going to be taking my pink acrylic, and then I'm going to be taking this pretty green acrylic that reminded me of, you know, herbs, and I'm going to be tapping that on my pinky. But first, I'm going to lay down the white acrylic. So I'm just going back and forth between the green acrylic and the pink acrylic, and all I'm doing is dabbing that into some monomer, and then I'm just tapping both those colors onto the nail. And now, finishing up the acrylic part, I'm going to go ahead and take my clear acrylic and just lay that on top of each nail. Okay, so now it's time to file and clean up all those lumpy bumps and lumps that I made. I'm gonna go ahead and file that. And you know, as time gets better and I learn more, there's gonna be less filing. And you too, if you're learning how to do nails, you're gonna see that in the beginning of your nail journey, you're gonna have to do a lot of filing, you know, because you don't really know how to lay the acrylic yet. But after a while, there's gonna be much less filing needed. Now I'm just going to take my regular nail file and I'm just filing down the corners and getting all that acrylic under the nail and making sure that everything is nice and neat. Then I'm just going to go ahead and take my nail buffer and just buff out any scratches on the surface of the nail. So before laying down my gel top coat, I'm going to go ahead and just take the Beetles base coat, and I'm also going to take some gold flakes. And what I'm going to do is just lay the base coat down onto my nail with the herbs inside of it. And I'm just going to take those gold flakes, and I like to put my gold flakes on top actually rather than in the nail. So I'm just going to take those and I'm going to tap those on top of the nail, and then I'm going to go ahead and cure that. So after that's done, I'm going to go ahead and take my Beetles top coat and I'm just going to apply those on all of my nails and then go ahead and cure that. And lastly, I go ahead and just apply some oil to my cuticles and massage that in. You guys, I really love this oil for some reason. I don't know, like it's not greasy like that oil that they give me in the nail salon and just looking like cooking grease. Like I love it. It just seeps right into your cuticles and makes them look nice and healthy. And then boom, everything is all done. I am in love with this set. This is actually like one of my first time trying straight nails. No, I'm lying. It's my second time trying straight nails, but I actually like the way this set turned out. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little bit scared about putting in the herbs in my nails. I'm like, how would it come out? Would it come out lumpy? But I actually did a pretty good job for my first time putting, you know, things inside of my nails. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram at Jaiye Pierre, and then I also have a nail page which is at Nails by Jay. So go ahead and do that, and then I'll check you guys in my next video, okay? Bye!